Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, sir.
Is no sellouts. H.A. Goodman is no sellout.
Wait, I can't hear anything.
Tim Black is no sellout. H.A. Goodman is no sellout. Tim Black. Can you hear me? Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
Can you hear us?
The hell's going on here? Oh, here we go. Testing. All right, can you hear Tim Black and can you hear H.A. Goodman one more time?
Can you hear the soulful sounds?
You know what I'm saying?
Live on Tim Black Radio.
Let me try this, man. Damn it. All right.
Is no sellouts. H.A.
You still can't hear H.A.?
Is no sellout.
You can't hear me? Oh, shit. They can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You
Yeah.
can't hear the music.
You have music on now?
Yeah. Shit.
Can they hear the music?
Yeah, damn it. It's our theme song.
But can they hear it?
They hear us.
Can you hear
both
me?
Now. Both have audio. You good now. Now the video messing up. Can hear you both. All right, both of you guys.
Can you hear?
Guys.
Right.
Okay, hear you both now. Damn it.
Can you hear them?
All right, guys. I guess I have to say that for later. For some reason, I'm not getting this theme song to play for us as I anticipated. And I don't know what to do with that. But anyway, let's start the show. Damn it, Jimmy Reefer Cake. I'll get it going, brother. Welcome to No Sellouts. My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you could be here, Facebook, Periscope, and my people on YouTube. What's up, H.A. Goodman?
Tim Black!
Man, oh man. Brother, look, man, I'm going to have to, I might have to testify in court because I was a witness to an assault. You beat the brakes off this guy. What was this guy thinking, H.A. Goodman? What's wrong with this guy? This guy lost his freaking mind or something. He should know better than mess with the undisputed destroyer of neoliberals on the internet.
You know, first of all, I want to say, can everybody hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, they should. Let me look back again. They told me they could. I never heard that theme before. 10 days you guys lasted. Music in both audio. They heard the music, man.
Okay,
oh,
cool.
Shit, they heard it, man. It was a delay, probably. I'll play it again at the end. But
first of all,
go ahead, AJ.
I want to say you're looking great tonight, man. That's a great shirt.
Well, shit, man. Thank you, brother. It's only 6 years old, but hey, I keep it fresh. Shirt. I keep it fresh. You know, I got one of those little boxes. And,
That's good. Exactly. Well, you know, basically, Tim, it was. I want to thank Alex Rubenstein for debating me.
Hold on. You know what? Yeah, we got to give him that, right? He did a public debate with somebody who knew it was going to be an adversarial situation. The man gets props for that. He showed up. So one more time, y'all. Yeah, one more time. My bad.
No,
All right.
yeah. No, and
Now I can talk shit about him, but now go
yeah.
ahead, man.
You know, he did a debate with me within days, within seconds, because he called me out. So he straight up said, "Where's our debate?" I was like, "Oh shit, this is like another me or something." So let's do this. I think the No Sellouts crew is representing big time on that.
Little bit. You think? Little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Momo
so,
Paneno, I think Momo stopped
oh,
by there.
Momo put, you know what he on Twitter, he put the on Rocky, it was like Rocky 4, Rocky 3, where he was like, get him out. And so it was
What are you saying?
yeah.
Alex was in the middle of the ring going, "Cut me, just cut me
Yeah.
right here."
No, it was a really good debate. I think that it was two worlds colliding, because you have his world is his world, and then I have my world is people who agree with my mentality, and it was just boom collided. And I think, man, I think that you and I should do more of those. Like, you should have those kind of heated debates, because I mean, look, he was going after me towards the end, and I was defending myself,
Well,
and I think that it's good, at least I don't agree with him. I don't agree with his philosophy or mentality, especially regarding Caitlin Johnstone, but at least he went and spoke. That's
True.
all I want. That's all
True.
I want, some discussion. And, you know, but I really appreciate the kind words, Tim.
Hey, no doubt, man. It's the honest truth. I think that Mr. Rubenstein, he met the, I don't know, he met the grinder, so to speak. And I don't know why he wanted to do that. I mean, actually, you guys weren't that far apart ideology. Like, he agrees that, yeah, it's wrong for the DNC, an organization that gets our vote 90% of the time, gets 90% plus of the black vote, to tell Black Lives Matter, to tell officials in the DNC, hey, don't give these guys any policy help, don't offer any policy suggestions. I mean, he agreed that was egregious and much worse than Caitlin Johnstone. But no one's attacking Hillary, and when we bring it up, we're Trump supporters. So like, he concedes that's much more horrible than saying, hey, maybe if we line up on a certain issue, we could work with these guys on it to help the issue. He sees that they're not equivalent.
Yeah.
He admitted that. He conceded that. And you would think he wouldn't hold that position because, like, no one's trampling Hillary. No one's trampling Debbie Wasserman Schultz. No one's trampling Ira Tandon. No one's trampling Joy Reid. These people act like those facts that he knows about, because he's a journalist, that seem like when we, that they're like something like no speaking English, no persona non grata, like, don't bring it up, I'm a foreigner to this land or whatever. So
Yep.
That's my point. That's your point. That's been my point. And what is it, H.A. Goodman? Let me ask you a question, man. Why does it seem like it's like they demand that you and I be just like them? When and just bash Trump daily, every video, to prove that we don't like neocons or neoliberals. Like, why do we have to prove that to them? Why can't all the other hundreds of channels that bash Trump every day be enough for them? Why do they need poor little you and poor little me to join them for us to be legit?
Because whereas you and I have a point, like, you don't rely, Tim, on anyone else. You built. I always say, you built it, like, you did it your way, like Frank Sinatra. You did it your way. You have 100,000 subs. You built the channel from 1 sub, 0 subs, from 0 to 100,000, and you did it your way. You didn't do it Joy Reid's way. You didn't do it Keith Olbermann's way, and you didn't do it, anyone else's way. There are other people that, if you go outside the groupthink, they say, well, I remember the 90s, or the democratic liberal machine is, you're either with us or against us. You're either and now it's been like kind of transformed into like, oh, social media bullying, oh, you're racist, you're sexist, It's like, well, no, that was if there's a nuanced discussion regarding this issue, talk about it. But there's such a groupthink. You know, before it was Hillary's going to win. You can't say anything. You can't say anything. If you do, you're a bad person. Then Hillary lost. Well, now it's Russia. You know, it's always a groupthink. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's just groupthink, and it's just that's what I'm saying. When you build your own channel with 100,000 subscribers, I have 80,000.
What I'm saying, yeah, I get it. It's just like I'm just trying to dig into the fact that it seems like that's a litmus test for them. Like, if you don't bash Trump daily, then you're doing something wrong. And I don't understand why. Like, these people already know that. Of course, like, obviously, I don't agree with, you know, ramping up, you know, immigration. Like, I don't agree with the wall. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the asset forfeiture reversals. I don't agree with the health bill. But if, you know what I'm saying? But we need, these people admit that there's problems with the DNC, HA, and they don't want anybody to call them out on it. Like, it's one thing if you work at MSNBC. That's one thing, man. But if you don't work at MSNBC and CNN, you have really no basis for coming at us for calling out problems that you know exist. You know it exists. You know that there's cronyism. You know that there's corporatists. You know that there's corporate. It's a word, corporate Democrats. You know this thing exists. When we call it out, you should be like, all right, cool. This is great. I don't have to do it because I don't have balls. I don't want to do it because I don't want to mess up my future going on these shows. But let these guys do their thing. Instead, they throw shade. And they do what this guy Alex did, man, which is like, why even, dude, he knew you were right coming in. He knows, even if he disagrees with Cernovich or Caitlyn saying his name in an article, she knows that's nowhere near as damaging as the shit he sees every day.
And they get out of it by saying, well, I disagree with that. But my whole thing is, like you said, it's selective outrage. It's all selective outrage. But you know what, Tim? It's a lot about money too. Maybe not with this guy Alex, because you know, he's maybe not with him because he was arrested at a Trump anti-Trump rally. So he's been arrested. He worked for RT. So he really believes in his thing. I don't agree, and that's the whole debate was about why I view his bullying of Caitlyn Johnston. He said it wasn't. So we went back and forth, but. There are people who, if you said a sexist thing online, and then a second later they saw a U.S. bombs 60 civilians in Syria, they wouldn't give two poops about that, but they would, oh my God, you said sexist thing online. And unfortunately, that's very lucrative now in terms of social media or on the left. That's why, I mean, Tim, if you went ahead and did like a Keith Olbermann or a Joy Reid, you would have 300,000 subs. But you do it your way, and you're going to have 1 million subs when everyone turns towards our mentality.
Not if I keep getting smeared by people that if we keep
anybody smears you,
we got to fight them back, man. We got to keep fighting them back because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, anybody who smears you, I mean, any like if it's just some person on Twitter or social media, if they don't have an audience, forget it. But anybody who has an audience, it's, unleash holy hell and fucking, just either call for the debate or attack or, defend yourself, like you do. No one messes with you, really. I mean, anybody, you destroyed Sam Cedar in the debate.
You know what I love about it is if you let someone talk. Now, you actually pinned him in on a couple of issues, but I think if you let people talk, sometimes they talk themselves into trouble. So like that's my style. Like I try to do a little judo because I want people to actually want to come on the show. Like, but you did well with Alex, man. You ended it very amicable. Like, hey, it was kind of cool how you guys ended it. But it still doesn't replace the fact, man, that he admits that Caitlyn's, that's not the worst thing in the world for her to make that suggestion. Even if you disagree with it, doesn't make her a white nationalist or a bigot sympathizer or whatever. Like she was, I looked at it like she wanted to use these guys for awareness on these issues. That's the way I looked at it. And talking privately to our community, which is who reads her writing, I thought,
Exactly. And I agree 100% with you. And like I told you, I put it on Twitter too. I had a very nice discussion on the phone, a private discussion with Benjamin Dixon. And I explained, I said, you know what? It's not about like this. Caitlyn's not telling anyone to do anything. No one has to do anything, and it's just a writer with an idea.
Right.
And I don't see the level of vitriol and anger and hatred when it is DNC saying don't support Black Lives Matter policy position. See, if someone actually was involved for me in laws to, in making laws that actually influence people's lives, affect people's lives daily, and if the people who are supposed to defend me actually do the like the definition of the white supremacist thing. Mm-hmm. If Trump had said if the RNC under Trump said, oh, by the way, this is the way the memo is written too, keep the Black Lives Matter meetings small, personable, not too many protesters, and do not offer concrete solutions. If it happened under Trump, it would be the front page story.
Absolutely. That's something buried in WikiLeaks that we have to dig up, or, thanks for WikiLeaks, we know about it, but just saying it would be something that would be everywhere.
And that's the thing, to listen to Tim Black, and I would like to think also to listen to me sometimes when I'm not cussing or, arguing with some people, you actually have to think when you put on Tim Black. And you don't have to, when you put like Pac-Man or Cedar, it's just, I hate Trump. I hate Trump. It's not, oh, well, why is Trump here? Why do we have this? So if I want to find out why we have this situation, I'm watching Tim Black. But then again, you know what? People don't always want to, like, if you equate it to like a wine, they don't want, the most wonderful wine that you have to appreciate. They want a quick soda pop TYT, quick, Jolt Cola. Oh yeah, Ro Kana all the way, Ro Kana. So they.
let me ask you, HA, has when we first did a live stream about the Caitlin Johnstone thing, we were fresh, like we didn't know much about it. We both tried to get up to speed. I don't know to the level. I think over the next couple of days, whether we wanted to know more about it or not, we begin to know a lot more about it. Has your opinion on any of this changed at all?
I mean, I don't know. I read Caitlin's work and I agree with a lot of the sentiment. Obviously, there's different levels of working. It depends on what your level of, but see, I think
that's the main issue too.
Yeah.
It's not specific like what working you mean by working, because some people are taking that. I want to say this, there were some issues that happened before it got big that I found out about it, like, concerning other people. I didn't even know anything about that. I was given details later about some back and forth and somebody being called violent. And even when I looked at that, I thought maybe they were talking about the language that was being used, the feeling of being attacked, like over the keyboard. I didn't look at it like it was I didn't look at it as if it was really derogatory, like defaming of a black woman. I didn't see it that way, but I didn't even know about it at the time. So that, that I understand it. Maybe I still don't believe that Caitlin Johnstone is a white nationalist or promoting white nationalism in any way, shape, or form. I haven't moved on that. I just want to say, I just want to apologize to anyone who felt, how can I say this? That I didn't take their situation at heart. Like I didn't care. It's not that I didn't care, I just didn't know. And it wasn't, and for my video, my rant video, I want to say that it wasn't fair for me to throw Jamal's name into that conversation, because my issue with Jamal, though we've had a couple, that issue had nothing to do with what I was dealing with. And it was just too much, and I just exploded, and then I threw his name in there, and his name is getting assigned to a lot of things that I didn't mean to assign him. So I want to apologize to Jamal Thomas for that. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and still fuck you, Ben Dixon. But no, like what I'm saying, like I was mad, I was angry. I feel like Ben came for me, I came for him. But like I don't wish him to like have any problems in his life. I wish for him much success. I wish he would, embrace us, which is the hardcore left that don't take shit, who ain't gonna, say one thing and then vote Hillary, who's not gonna just, fall in line, who's gonna call out the establishment, who's gonna call out the Democrats, call out the corruption every turn. Like, that's my job, and you keep doing what you're doing, whatever that is, and we'll just be fine.
And also, Tim, there was a woman at Progressive Army who on Twitter, every once in a while, I'm capable of thought. It's not just like, see, attack, and so Jordan Sheridan attack. It's just, like every once or so, she was from Progressive Army. I believe she is part of Progressive Army. And she said, HA, it's not fair what you kept calling out Progressive Army in addition to Ben. And I actually then apologized to Progressive Army in several tweets. I said, hey, look, you know what? I do apologize. And from here on out, I will direct my vitriol only at Ben Dixon. but no, I'm joking. But if I have to speak to Ben, it's directly, I shouldn't bring up Progressive Army because they do good work.
They write a lot of good shit, man. It's just
they do good work. So I apologize for that. And like you said, like I have no I was speaking to Nico about this just today. Like I have no if two women are arguing, I'm staying the fuck out. So I am in a place in Siberia underneath the snow. I'm staying out of that. So I don't and obviously, nobody condones what is said on Twitter. And also Tim, if I didn't know how amazing you were and I didn't know you, mm-hmm. and, you came to you said, well, HA, talk to me about this. But if I didn't know that you're coming from the pure place, I might then answer in a way that I'm not condoning I'm definitely not condoning anything. What I'm saying is that Twitter is not, it can't be, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. And I learned that too. I would like to ask everyone to try to, come on, man. We know, I believe that most people, I can't say what most people know, right? Okay. I believe firmly, 100% believe that there are people who want the best. They're just not articulating it in the way, and people are kind of entrenched in their positions on this shit. And I think we got bigger stuff to worry about. So, all I'm asking.
And by the way, and the question asked of Caitlyn in that tweet in question, where that's the other issue here, that was a legitimate question asked. So when the person at Progressive Army associated with Ben asked that question of Caitlyn, that was a legitimate question. Mm-hmm. It was a legitimate. Now, if Caitlyn answered in a way that was not right, then it was not answered correctly in an appropriate manner.
Yeah, but why we can't take some of this shit offline? Like when we have disagreements, why we can't talk to each other? Why can't? Exactly. Why can't? And you say, well, this person's not following me. Well, then you find a way to follow them. I just think I know what it's like to get attacked. Like people don't. I get attacked a lot online. This is not about me. All I'm giving you is an example. I'm not crying about it. It comes with the job. All I'm saying is when you get beat up online, you can have a knee-jerk reaction, yo. And I think it's not the best thing to do. I do it sometimes. I blocked a few people. I didn't try to block that many people, but goodness gracious, yeah, man, we're all human beings. We deal with this stuff, and we're fighting good fights, we think, and we put our hearts and souls in it, we think. That's my intention. And then you get all this criticism from your friends. It's come on, man, this is ridiculous. All I'm asking is, can we move on to the next thing? I am not, and I don't think HA is. None of us are advocating white nationalism. I'm not advocating for white nationalists. I don't want to support white nationalists.
But you shouldn't have to.
Actually, hold up. Let me take that turn back. I'm sorry. I don't want to support any bigots or racists. Period. Okay? I don't. Okay? But in the way I looked at this, if we need some votes, we can get them votes wherever they come from. If black people didn't work with bigots on legislation, if black people didn't work with bigots, we probably still never be off the back of the bus. I mean, come on, man. for people to frame this like working with bigots, and I understand like there's nuance to it, and I get it, like you got to get something for it, make sure you get something. That's what I'm trying to get out the Democrats. I'm trying to get something out of the Democrats for the people that have been loyal to the Democrats for 40, 50 years. I'm trying to get some tangible shit out of them. And somebody's got to hit them. These people who are looking for jobs with them ain't going to be able to hit them. I'm hitting them because somebody's got to do it. You need somebody sticking it to their ass on a repetitive basis, letting them know we're going to. I don't need your job. I don't need your money. I'm gonna be okay, and I'm going for truth on you every time out because you're who my people vote for. The people that I identify with, the people that I grew up with, they vote Democrat, don't even think about it. So I got to fight you because I need you to be better for them, and I also need to help other parties emerge. And how people flip that's my intention, and how people flip that, it's like crazy to me, you know? It's crazy, and I just want to make sure people know it, that people understand it. Now, if you choose to ignore what I just said and you want to ride on this, that's on you. It comes with the job. I'm just saying it would be inaccurate for you to do so, and that's it. That's all I got on that.
And also, Tim, and that beautifully stated, but you should not have to tell anyone that you don't support white nationalists or white supremacists or anything, because that is so goddamn fucking ridiculous. Tim Black is the antithesis of everything in every way of those things. So my thing is, that's why anyone who is saying, you support this, because I am not even going to attempt to look at your vantage point or this idea that I don't like. And anyone who says, well, you know, Cernovich said this, so therefore Caitlyn is emboldening this, but the DNC actually told people not to help Black Lives Matter with laws, or Hillary Clinton actually stated Black youth call it super predators that must be brought to heel, or actually made a racist Mahatma Gandhi joke, or Bill Clinton actually insulted Black Lives Matter. I mean, we can go on forever. The Clinton Foundation actually did steal $10 billion. So my thing is, if you make a categorical statement, like Ben said, zero tolerance policy. Zero tolerance doesn't mean really, really upset, extremely angry with Caitlyn Johnstone, and just, well, I don't like it, you know, with the Clinton Foundation. If you have zero tolerance, be zero tolerance. You know, it's one thing. It's one thing. Like I wouldn't have an argument if they were the type of people to just attack every racist thing on the Democratic side and Republican side, and they're just attacking constantly because we have a country full of racist things going on, and, you know, constant and left and right. But when you just kind of say, you know, that car crash, it's really bad. It was a 30-car crash. That's really bad. Oh, that, you know, fender bender with a blogger. Oh my God, you're crazy. You're excommunicated.
Yeah, we must destroy that. We got to get rid of that at all means. Hey, look, and for the record, right, I want to go on the record and say this, H.A. Please, people, stop bringing up Flint like it's a badge of fucking honor. It's getting a little racist when you keep bringing up Flint. Like, it's like your one black friend. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming that. Like I keep hearing people say, well, whenever you get any criticism, it's like, well, no, I covered Flint. Therefore, hey, I'm good, right? We good, right, homies? You know what I'm saying, homie?
Because he can't say Standing Rock anymore, so he has to go there now.
No, and it's not just, Alex did that.
Yeah,
I see that in Twitter. This person covered Flint. That's great. That's great. Did he cover the disenfranchising of African Americans in these cities across the country that have Democratic mayors? Did he cover that shit? Like, because I'm covering that. Did he cover, like H.A. says, Rick Schneider's punk ass still being there, and then go after Loretta Lynch and go after Obama for not doing shit? Like, that's what we really need. And screw that. Get some government contracts, too, while you at it. But my point is, look, please stop using Flint. Please don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I know I hope you did it for a good reason. I hope you did it because that's where the evidence led you or whatever. But come on, man, it's starting to sound like I don't hate gay people because my cousin's gay. Like that's getting, I like women because I'm married. I would never hurt a woman because I have a mother. Like these things start to mean nothing the more people use them.
Oh, I agree 100%. And also just, the selective outrage, that's what gets me. It's the selective outrage. I just can't stand it. I can't stand the selective outrage. I can't stand this world that we have, the whole Trump administration. It is exactly because of groupthink. And it's exactly because of the mentality that says you can't deviate. You can't even think. And if someone says something you don't like, then they're really bad. But I'm going to pick and choose selective outrage. And, the whole concept, I was reading on Twitter, so one rebuttal is, well, the Bernie or bust people, they wanted purity. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with an idea, to debate an idea? First of all, nobody ever wanted purity. The whole purity test is a deceptive form of propaganda by Democrats.
You're framing you already, setting you up like it's a straw man. Now you got to now you have to like battle the whole purity thing when you're just talking about candidates that aren't corrupt. Like
exactly.
You're a purist. I don't want you to have corporate influence over the laws that you legislate, that you turn into legislation or legislate laws, right? And that's not the same thing. It's not. They're not similar either. But people ride on it because it's easy. It's like Cliff Notes for for spreading hate.
Exactly. And nobody ever said there was a purity test. I never did. You never did. Bernie or bust never said a purity test. If it's not a purity test to say, hey, I don't want to vote for a neocon who stole $10 billion from Haiti and who called Black youth super predators and who has a Clinton Clinton email scandal where she deliberately put top secret information on an unencrypted server, and someone who Hillary Clinton has never had a foreign policy decision that worked. Iraq, Libya, and then she wants Syria. So where was the good? Like, what good? That she's not Trump? Well, that's not enough. I don't we don't go buy a car and say, well, it's at least it's not a piece of crap car. We don't go and we don't like live our lives saying, yeah, can I have that?
Speak for yourself, HA. Speak for yourself. No.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we don't that's not what life is about. Life is not about I'll just take the lesser of the crappy options. Yeah. Life is about, hey, you know what? You cheated me, so fuck you.
And my thing is, isn't there room for people who are uncompromisingly hard-hitting and call out the bullshit? Like you can, my thing is Ben Dixon, do you? Sam Cedar, do you, man? Whatever that is you're doing, man. All right, David Pakman, do you, man? There is room for us to do us. It's not against the law to call out Joy Reid and Chris Hayes. I know it hurts you, Sam Cedar. I know it offends you. I know it's oh my God, my friend Chris Hayes, look, who I aspire to be one day.
You know what? I'll make it easier. Fuck Chris Hayes and fuck Rachel Maddow and fuck all of them.
Thank you so much. There you go. Give it up for that. Oh damn! I unplugged it.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. I unplugged it because I was trying to get to this thing, this song, but because I wanted you to be able to hear it. Come on, man.
Who is that?
Jimmy Reefer Cake.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Jimmy Reefer Cake, you the man, brother. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. HA appreciates it. And I'm gonna build it in, and somehow we're gonna build it in there for him, man. But yeah, man, we need, I'm just trying to I think they're genuine, right? You're genuine, they're genuine in their criticism, right? So Trump today, Scaramucci, he's gone. Priebus was gone last week. Sean Spicer gone. These people are all disappearing. There's stuff to talk about in it, But meanwhile, like, how you going to beat Trump in 2020 if the Democrats don't understand that definitely, if you run a Kamala Harris, who ain't nothing but
Well,
Obama
now it says
2.0.
now people are saying they can't hear.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no. Check it out.
They can't hear? They
Not
didn't hear
loud.
the,
Oh, they can hear. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
they said they couldn't hear the call. I don't know what call. But yeah, like we're letting the establishment know that Kamala Harris ain't gonna fly, man. Like, we need somebody progressive. That's what we're doing, and I think at least you could do is give us DAP on that. Like, somebody's got to call this shit out. You know her background, man. You know what she did with what's his name, Manchin. What's his name? H.R. Mnuchin. You know what you know, come on, man. You know she used to be a prosecutor throwing the key away on a lot of brothers and sisters, man, because they were poor. Come on, guys. Like, so someone's got to call out this stuff. I don't, I choose to do it because, hell, it's important. H.A., I don't know, man. What else is going on? What do you think, brother?
Well, I tell you what, there's so much. It just seems like every week there's just this, and it's gotten to the point where it doesn't faze me at all. The only person, like, obviously I can count, the only person that is really just a part of everything I believe in is Tim Black. That I could say that, you and I have a great friendship. We talk all the time. So that is a plus. You and I actually put the friendship above work or, all of this stuff. So that's, so we can actually discuss issues, and we actually do think along the same lines on almost everything, most things. But my thing is, it's okay to have dialogue. Like, I don't agree with the Berkeley students or protesters. They say, no, Milo Yiannopoulos cannot. You know what? I don't agree with Milo Yiannopoulos' stuff, but debate him. Just simply say, this is why you're wrong. And X, Y, Z, there's, over 1 billion Muslims on the planet. They can't be all categorized. And by the way, Trump didn't put Saudi Arabia on the travel ban, and it was, U.S. foreign policy and geopolitics. That's a much bigger issue than any hate that you have for a religion. But see, you can go and debate and discuss things.
That's all.
People don't want, and all this stuff, like, if you don't see things my way 100%, then, I don't want anything to do with you. That type of thing. Yeah. I don't, that's not a way to live life. Like, if you live life like that, you're not going to have a good life, because you're going to cut off relationships. You're going to cut off friendships. You're going to, if you don't see things my way, and we've all met those people, if you don't see things my way, that's it. Yeah. I don't want anything to do with you. And that's just the people. Like, how many times have I seen on my channel, I'm unsubscribing? Like, I'm like, you can do it. That's no problem. Like, for example, I have a lot of conservatives who watch my channel, because my channel is devoted to disliking the Democratic Party. So we have progressives, independents, conservatives. So I will literally, I've done segments on, and I'll say, like, look, I love Islam, same as any other religion. And then a couple people will be like, I'm unsubscribing for what you said. How can you love Islam? I'm like, you can go. I don't need you there. It's okay.
Right.
But the fact that because you heard that your, bias wasn't confirmed, or your prejudice wasn't confirmed, or whatever it is, even if it's like, like what we're doing with Caitlin Johnston, saying, hey, let her speak, let her do her thing. Mm-hmm. And if you disagree, just write an article, reach out, discuss it, not on social media, because social media is like Satan. Yeah. Social media there's nothing. So, but that's, it's just unfortunate. People don't want.
Yeah, it'd be different if, like, I don't see people with a long track record of disagreeing with Caitlin on stuff. And if that's the case, then why not give it a benefit of the doubt? Like, why make this? Like, I feel like this thing got so much bigger. This guy got a lot of free publicity. I don't know if you guys realize that. Like, his name rang out across the internet for like days, and it's still ringing out. And I'm going to vow right now not to say his name again.
Well, but my whole thing is, who on earth ever said that they agreed with the crazy things that he said?
No one ever said that shit. Definitely
No
not
one ever
me.
said it.
I would roast his ass if given the opportunity
Yeah, nobody.
about the things he said. I would question him just like I questioned Tommy Laurent on her own show and told her I thought that she was part of the problem. And her rhetoric about Black Lives Matter being a terrorist organization was bullshit. I said that on her own show. I thought they were going to hang me up, but they didn't. They let me finish. I
And
think
this
it
is
was good. I think it was good for her audience to see a black man who could be, we were getting along, having a conversation, but definitely hit her on the shit she's wrong on. And I'm not saying I gained followers. What I'm saying is I spread message. I don't know if I gained any followers off of that. I definitely didn't get paid to do it. I didn't get flown to do it. I just did it because I wanted to speak to what she was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is, why would anyone try to correlate anything crazy that someone says simply because you wrote an article, you retweeted, and the overall point was not to embolden the thoughts we disagree with or the ideas we disagree with. That's all,
I know, man. Maybe it's just just the anytime we get into the race area and we got bigots saying things like Trayvon should have died or whatever, and Zimmerman's a hero. Like anytime, of course, people are gonna have very strong reactions to it. I do too. I do too. But like I said, like that's that guy. That's what that man said, and we should hold him accountable for the crap. I didn't know he said it until it was brought to my attention as possible.
And my thing is, obviously that's insane talk. Insane talk. But if he says it, he has zero power on anything. When Hillary Clinton called black youth super predators, that actually correlated to influencing the lives of people of color. And I don't see the same outrage. What I see was, don't talk about purity tests, don't bring it up, rally the wagons, and only focus on who you can bully. Definitely don't try to even intimidate the Neera Tandons or the Joan Walshes of the world or all that, because then you're crossing the line.
They need to just admit it that these people are powerful, and that's why they're scared of them. Just admit it.
They're either scared, or there's a financial motive, or it's just they don't get the philosophical. Like if you make an absolute statement, I hate all racists and will attack all racists online. Well, then start with Neera Tandon and Joan Walsh, because they are defending the same system that is completely racist.
And it says something about you too when you go across the aisle to attack, but you won't attack people in your own backyard. Like, don't you need to clean up your backyard? Don't we want to do more than just win too? Like, don't you want to do more than just defeat Trump? Don't you want a better system?
Yeah.
Don't you want racism stamped out of the party? Like, don't you want like corruption stamped out of the party? Don't you want that? Like, who's fighting to get that done? Who has any credibility? Like, no one on the right's you're going to give him any credibility. So I think what they're trying to do, and I hate to say it like this, but I think they're trying to strip us of credibility in order to free up these people. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm coming up to.
At the end of the day, Tim, you cannot defeat an idea by intimidation or bullying. I'm talking about any idea, a bad, horrible, racist idea, or a progressive who simply, is breaking groupthink and, engaging in blasphemy. You can't, you're not going to beat out the racism out of anyone. That's why, the people who are Antifa, I might agree with them on most issues. Maybe I do agree with them on most issues. Maybe I do agree with a lot of and maybe I do agree also with even the sentiment of, hey, you want to lash out at a racist or whatever. But, crazy people really want to be hit in the face, because then they could go and unload with everything that they have. If you are a crazy right-wing person, you are sitting around all day with ninja stars and like nunchucks but you want to fight. That's what I'm trying to say. If a person wants to fight, they want a reason to fight and to hurt and to bully. You just gave them a reason by trying to attack in the name of anti-racism. You know what I
Real
mean?
talk. Yeah, real talk, man. I agree with you 100%. And people look for that as their incentive. Oh, I'm so glad. Like they say, I wish somebody would. I wish a mofo would. You know, I wish mofo would call me out. That'd be great. You know, come
Yeah.
on. What do you got? What do you got? You know, and they were just waiting to go on that stuff, man. Like I don't have the time, no energy, nor the interest, man, and going back and forth like that. Like if we not gonna disagree, and it's like we're gonna be on okay, well, you know, have a nice life. I get it. You think I'm horrible? I might, you know, somehow. I'm you know, racist, you know, against black people. Okay, fine. You know,
Yeah.
I know a lot of black people who disagree with you that I know, but okay, I guess you're the arbiter of what is, you know, progressive and what's black. And who are these people saying they're like labeling, like they own the label progressive, like defining who's real, who's true, who's fake, who's like, come on, man, like we got to get out of that because it's hurtful to other people that it shouldn't be intended for. That's all I'm saying. Like, I understand there's some people who you may feel that deserve the, you know, the fake tag or whatever. I'm gonna stop using it just because I don't think it's fair because I don't know him well enough to make that claim.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also like it's not like you and I never went ahead and we never ever told anybody that we didn't attack TYT. You know, I didn't attack Pac-Man. He spoke my name and tried to paint me and got destroyed because he got the dates wrong. So, and then there's this dumb thing that, you know, this guy Alex used also. I don't know what it is with people that are like, well, he said Bernie was going to win. After July 6th, I never said Bernie was going to win because Hillary Clinton was too stupid to be indicted.
Dude, all that line of talk about you trying to defame you on that shit. Dude, yeah. Where's this vitriol for was it 548 or whatever?
Yeah, 538, yeah.
538. Where's this vitriol for these guys calling it wrong? Where's the vitriol for people saying Trump will not even win the nomination? Where are you calling them out? Like, where's it? Like, where are you? These people, the people on CNN, Wolf Blitzers, all these people got it wrong. All of them got it wrong. And the people that got it right, H.A. Goodman and I got it right, we get no credit for it. We get no respect for it. In fact, we get blamed for it just because we told you what time it is, as if we move thousands and thousands of voters to vote for Trump or something when all we did was try to stop you from electing Hillary because we knew she would lose. In fact, Hillary's team knew she would lose if it wasn't Trump or Ben Carson or Ted Cruz, and they were wrong because they lost to Trump.
And
Facts. Not my opinion. Facts. They wrote that.
Yeah, and it would be nice. It would be nice if you got a thank you, Tim, for telling us that Hillary would lose. It would be nice if I got a thank you, HA, for, you know, telling us Hillary would lose in 2015. You know what I mean? Like, it would be nice to get some acknowledgement from the same writers who said Hillary would win, that Trump that's danger to humanity. You know what they're doing to Trump now? And yeah, I don't like his policies, but he's going to go 8 years. And I wanted to tell Alex that when we spoke, Trump's going 8 years, no doubt. What's taking place is every dumb thing like, oh my God, they fired Mooch. They fired him. It's another. Nobody cares if everybody in his administration is fired and then rehired and fired, and because they don't. It's not like people care, but
no one gives a shit.
No one cares, but because they want every little thing. Their whole thing is, well, Clinton had real scandals. Let's paint Trump as, scandal ridden. There's not one real scandal. It's just policies that we don't agree with. Yeah. So if I'm, but my vantage point in 2020 is this: if I don't have a candidate who's a Democrat who will break up banks, bring home our soldiers, or at least talk about ending quagmires, reinstate Glass-Steagall, ban fracking, all of these things, because I have enough of hearing how climate change is going to destroy us, but we can't go ahead and have a green economy in 20 years.
Right.
You know, everything's so slow. We have to go so slow. And like, no, you know what? We don't have to go slow.
You know, Dr. Jill Stein was talking about a Green New Deal, something that I know that John Oliver would support because he talks about the environment. He talks about climate change. He's not an idiot. He's in touch. He's a person who believes in science. And what did he do when he talked about her on the show in front of his massive audience? What did he do? He talked about her singing in a what is it, a country western song or some folk song or something. Like, they made that part of the bashing of Jill Stein. I mean, we're talking about a real opportunity in front of millions and millions of people, and they stabbed her in the back. And they talked about she didn't trust vaccines, when all she said was she wanted the people who regulate the vaccines not be the same people that sell the vaccines. You know, like, the people that sell the cars, who test the cars, aren't the same people that sell them. So, like, that's our system. And still, I don't know. Maybe there was a big hoopla about how they destroyed Jill Stein, and they pretty much put their foot on the scale. I'm talking about corporate media, to hold her out, and her and Gary Johnson. Like, where's your outrage to that? We need more parties. But no, we need to ride about. Do you see what they do with identity politics? Do you see that these other issues are so much bigger, and they just use this against us? They don't really give a shit, man.
No, they don't.
They don't really care, man. If you don't care about 40% of black kids living under the poverty line, dude, if you don't care about that, if you want to talk about a tweet or something else, man, like, you got to get calibrated. And I know they use that. They use race, but I'm saying they don't care, man. 40% of black children under the poverty line, and we're talking about this. This is the focus, and then we're gonna call them racist. No, I think if we're gonna call them racist, we got to call these guys racist too. And if nobody's fighting to make them clean up their act, what incentive do they have? What incentive do they have, yo?
They don't have any incentive now, and it's the system. The system, when we call out the system, we're being disloyal. Mm-hmm. When we try to actually,
fake progressives.
Yeah, and we're being disloyal, or when we call out, hey, why, when we say, well, why don't you speak about the DNC lawsuit, TYT or CNN or MSNBC? Why
you smear it, and why you play devil's advocate when you mention it?
Yeah,
why you just can't call it straight, man. Like,
exactly.
What's up with that? But that's fine, though. That's fine. You can do that all day, and it's like nothing. Nothing happens.
Well, everyone is going to eventually, there is going to be a moment where they're going to run out of countries to blame, Tim. They can't. They got Russia. They're going to blame China next, or North Korea, because Trump's going to win again. Because the Democrats are horrible. And
you won't let us push the Democrats to produce progressive candidates. So
exactly.
You don't want the people that are willing to put it on the line and ruin opportunities in their lives and their careers. You don't want to support them. You want to bash them for doing the thing that you don't want to do, and you know what that's going to produce? It's not going to destroy me. It's not going to destroy HA. It's going to put up another neoliberal. And then they're going to lose, because the country's past that shit now. The country has woken up to the fact they do not want establishment candidates. But what do? They go get another establishment candidate and say, this will work. This will work.
What they'll do is also this. They will, and I have nothing against Ro Khanna, but they'll say, oh, Ro Khanna is a real progressive candidate. Okay, but he got money from Peter Thiel, who is a Trump advisor. Just explain why. That's all I'm saying. Explain why. He might actually agree with a lot of great things that I agree with, or you agree with. Can you just explain why he got money from Peter Thiel, who is nothing wrong with Peter Thiel, but billionaire, fine, a conservative guy. But why did he get money from Peter Thiel?
I asked him that question, and he answered it in a segment that I have on my channel. There I go, being a fake progressive and interviewing a sitting congressman. Horrible Tim Black. But you know what? I'm a little bitter about all this shit. Guys, it's been a tough month. I apologize for that. I'm going to try to lighten it up. I mean, look, I can't change the world, man. It's just like, you got to get out your own way and realize, like, you're going to always have your detractors. You're going to always get criticism. You can fight for things. You just can't take it too personal, So I'm learning that, guys. Like, I didn't have 100,000 followers, 6 months ago. Like, it's a new thing, and I'm reaching a lot more people, but it's like, goodness gracious. So like, I just want to make that clear that, we fight the way we fight. HA fights on what he believes. I fight on what I believe. And on this thing with Alex, he got his ass whooped. But hey, HA didn't say
But,
that, but
you
I respect the hell out of him. I respect the hell out of him for coming on there, and actually, you guys line up well. He just did not make a good case for why people need to go after Caitlyn without going after all these other things that he
and
agree are more egregious.
and at least with Alex Rubinstein, I'll say this. You know, at least he was willing to discuss and talk, and that's all I'm talking about. The whole social media thing. I think that's why Tim, I just spread my articles 1,000 times on Twitter and Facebook. I don't really interact too much. I'll like things, but I don't interact. I use this strictly for utility because I learned the hard way. Last 2 years ago, I had arguments that would last like hours. I'm talking hours. And at the end of the day, the other person would be just as entrenched, if not more. Like, I would actually embolden their views in their mind more after like an hour of debating. And it's just, there's no point to discussing anything on social media.
Yeah, I'm learning too, man. I'm learning too.
How many times in Facebook have you seen like people like, I'm leaving this group. I'm no longer part of this group. You see like the gray name. It's like the name that used to be there. Like the person like died on Facebook.
That's funny.
And it's just,
yeah, man.
Sometimes you'll see that gray name. You're like, what happened? What happened to that person? I wonder what the argument was.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I thought you guys were different, but screw you. And then like it's a gray name.
A lot of it's just misunderstandings, man. Someone said, Tim, you need you to lighten up, man. Tim, we like when you're light, you're upbeat, you're full of fun, you're telling the truth, but you're still doing with comedy, you're getting angry. And I had to listen to the criticism because these people have been watching me for years and they love my stuff. I guess it just get to me a little bit. And I gotta say, maybe that's been coming out and directed to the wrong people. So that's not good.
But see, you're a good person because you're a good person because I've been so beaten up. I can have people say, I was watching you when you had 2,000 subscribers, and let me tell you, and this is my reaction. Like, my reaction is just like, I don't even like, it doesn't even faze me because it's just like, you have to do your thing at all times. Yeah. You have to be real. You have to be, and you are. So don't.
You're real too, man. Like this is not a cry fest, man. It's just, guys, like I just think the left, if you want to defeat Trump, and I think that's what a lot of people want to do on the left, then like you're gonna have to go up against some Democrats too. You can't just stay at home and play away games.
Yes.
You got to play at home, yo. And I know you don't want to hear it, and I know it's risky. I know it's painful. You know what? I believe there are great people who want you to do it. They just can't do it because of the position that they're in. They're not willing to give up their home, give up their jobs, okay? So if you're on the outside and you're independent, please consider going up against the Democratic Party to persuade them to get this shit right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like, we got to do it. We got to call out Cory Booker, man, for not passing the Canadian pharmaceutical bill or whatever. And then he's taking money from the prescription companies or whatever. Come on, man, from the pharmaceuticals, man. Like, we got to call that out. If we don't call that out, we don't make that an issue, then who's going to make it an issue?
Exactly.
I mean, somebody's got to call it out. You wait for Pac-Man to make that a story? You waiting for these guys to make that a story? I mean, actually they do, because not many people like Cory Booker for some reason, but yeah.
Well, no, you know what? But yeah, I mean, like that's perfectly stated.
He's just one example is all I'm saying. He's one example. There's many others. Yeah. There's many others. There's a plethora of BS out there.
And look, and that's the thing. If you want to know what's really happening and going on, you go to Tim Black's channel. And if you want to just
HA Goodman's channel, man.
Thank you. And if you want
Nico House channel, man.
Nico House is a brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Nico is absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
You go to Nico House's channel, but if you want to just engage in a nice, cozy circle jerk, you go to the Young Turks, and you can jerk along. You can jerk yourself along with Jordan and all of them. Nice, cozy.
But you know
And
what, man? And you look, and when I say that, and I'm gonna say this. I like Jimmy Dore. I like Ron Placone. Ron Placone gonna be on the show tomorrow.
yeah, Jimmy Dore. Obviously, I don't even
Right.
view him as TYT anymore. I've already in my
Right,
head.
right, right. I don't see the Humanist Report as TYT either.
I love you.
I
Hey,
know I know
Mike
he's got to
Figueredo.
keep a little,
I
little
love
distance.
I love Mike
But
Figueredo.
yeah,
Okay, then you know what? Let me just say this because then I'm gonna just fuck Cenk Uygur. That's all.
yeah.
So,
That's what they were saying. Progressive Army was saying, like, why are you coming at us? If you got a problem with Ben, go at Ben. Leave our name out of
yeah,
it.
but I tell you what. Aside from Mike Figueredo and Jimmy Dore and a couple other people, I would say the brand. It's okay to go after the brand TYT because the brand is.
Oh, did you see Ben Shapiro destroy Cenk Uygur?
I heard about it. I
Oh,
haven't
dude,
watched
I watched that last night, man. It was real late. I had a drink of scotch, man. I'm like, oh my God,
it.
this
Yeah.
guy got his ass handed to him. They booed Cenk as he walked out. It was long. It was real. Boo, boo, mother, boo, mofo,
And
boo.
it wasn't Jake.
Nah, it was stank, stank. They went in on Cenk Uygur. He tried to look, and Ben Shapiro was just like, he's just, Cenk, well, we're looking at the thing we're doing here with the TYT, and when you take the money, you take money from this place, take money from that place, so that, prove that you are somewhat implicated in the only arguments that you make. It's just like, of course, of course, of course.
That's also the thing. Like, there's certain people, they're always wrong, and then you're like, whoa, and then they get so offended when you call them out, like, what? But
it was like they were arguing about money out of politics and a host of other issues, man. It was interesting, man. Like I don't know. I like to go when you want to go to a Politicon debate at some point, AJ. When you like to do one, come on, man. Like,
sure.
why aren't we invited? Why aren't we invited to all the cool things? What's wrong?
Well, if they invite, well, you know what? Because they don't want a complete destruction of whomever they're trying to set up in terms of a debate. So you and I go there, we destroy the person that they put in front of us. They don't want that. So
yeah, they don't want you go up there and say the wrong thing, like
they don't want you to say Democrats. They don't want you to say Democrats suck because then, oh my God, it's a big problem. And
yeah, like it's a big problem. 1,000 seats in what? Less than 10 years. Oh, okay, but it's my fault. Like, that's the world speaking to you. Like, Marcus Lemonis from The Prophet would just be like, look at this shit. Like, look at your books. Bring me the books. Let me look at your financials. Oh, 1,000 seats in 10 years. Okay. I don't think we can do a deal here. I'll take 95% for $2. I mean, that would be his offer. The Shark Tank would pass. Mr. Wonderful wouldn't offer you a subsidiary deal. Nothing. One of those whack deals he gives you where he takes all your money, leaves you with 2%. I'm just doing an equity deal of I'll just get 70% of each sale you make. I mean, that's the way the Democrats are right now, and people don't realize it. H.A. Goodman, thank you for trying to wake them up, my brother. Thank you for doing your small part. Thank you for having this debate, doing it live, showing the world. You never know how a debate's going to go. It could go badly. It could have went badly for you. But luckily, fortunately, for truth, you on the side of truth, and truth sets you free.
Well, I want to thank you for the kind words, and it was really fun. And I have a phobia of technology. I really do. I think I'm going to hire the Iwan brothers and Brian Pagliano to help me out. But no, Tim, let me tell you, the worst thing that could ever happen to YouTube or to politics is if anyone influences you to change other than who you are, because you're amazing. And you do things your way, and 100,000 subscribers, that's going to be 1 million. Especially what's unfortunately going to take place is that Trump's going to lose again. I mean, he's going to win again. Democrats are going to lose again. And suddenly,
Dude, I disagree with you. Cenk Uygur is much more personable, much more down to earth than I ever could be. David Pakman is so hilarious. And Sam Cedar, goddammit, he has charisma.
That's not even it's so not funny that it's almost hurting me to think. No, and that's the thing, I just think that all of that, they're all going to come our way because they're going to run out of countries to blame. So they're eventually going to look.
Damn Yugoslavia. Hey, look, HA, man. Damn it, man. Everybody, go subscribe to HA Goodman and listen to him with an open mind. You can subscribe to more than one channel. Why are people unsubscribing from channels? That's personal. They're really angry at us, man.
You know, I also think it's a YouTube glitch. So.
Oh. You mean I've been upset about that for nothing?
You know, Tim, I'm reading here. It's a YouTube glitch. No. I really do think it's a YouTube, something crazy with YouTube. But
yeah,
Tim, thank you so
we
much.
attack ideas, not people. We're going to try to attack more ideas. But no, I can't. Look, I can't make that promise, man. I will attack people. But they're going to be big people, man. I'm not going after little. I would never just go after Ben Dixon like that. Like he's you know, that would be wrong to do. I'm not punching down on that, you know. Anyway. Hey, look, man. H.A. Goodman, man. I'll see you next week, brother.
Thank you so much, Tim. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, brother. I'm going to play this song going out the window, man. Hopefully I can get the rest of that song going. My man Reefer Cake in the house.
He is awesome.
Can you hear him? Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
No sellouts, baby. That's what's up, man. All right, guys, we're gone. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you.
You got it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.